personal. These special relations, because it is not just personal. As Portuguese, because we have a special relation as well, between our two countries. We have a special relation Portugal as well. And India, between our two countries. More than 500 Portugal years and India of with relations. More than 500 so years we know all of relations. Each other. So we know so better that I may say each other. We are not just friends. So better we are that I may say we are not just friends. We are brothers in blood. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister is the oldest organization of a parliamentarian diplomacy. Organization of a parliamentarian diplomacy. IPU 130 years old. Not one. IPU Nobel Peace Prizes. Not one. Because of its work. Nobel Peace Prizes. IPU defends democracy for all. Work. And put members from different parliaments discussing members from different parliaments to find global solutions. Global problems. IPU defends democracy. Global solutions. With more women. IPU defends more young people. With more women. We will have more young people. Inclusive. This is democracy. The way we will have a more inclusive democracy. That democracy. IPU is like health. That democracy sometimes is like we forget it. Sometimes we forget it is there forever. But when we became with a disease forever, we know how important it is to be healthy. A disease is the same. We know how important it is to be healthy. We need to work every day. The same with democracy. We need to work every day because it's essential to our life. Democracy. We need to work every day. It's essential to our life. It's global. IPU's agenda as matters like how to achieve sustainable matters like goals. How to achieve how to find sustainable how to win the war, to win the war how to find how to win the war, to win the war against poverty, terrorism, and corruption. How, in these special times of pandemic, how to win the war against COVID-19 and its social and economic consequences. It will be the main important issue discussed in our next assembly in May. And Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Chairman, Mr. Prime Minister, dear colleagues, I think that you may find a total commitment of India with this agenda. India defends multilateralism, like IPU, as a perfect way to organize the international relations system and an Asia multipolar like IPU defends. India defends democracy, the state of law, the dialogue between people and countries to achieve peace and development to all. India is the largest democracy of the world, and in all levels, from local to national, is looking to be more inclusive with more women and young people. And India respects the convictions, political and religious, of each person. Oh, I may prove when last Sunday I went to a Catholic Mass. The commitment of India with this is a reality. It's not just a story. It's something that we can find every day in your country. And, dear friends, the commitment of India with the Sustainable Development Goals to achieve a better world is something that is in our agenda, in your agenda, in every time we meet. And what is true, we need to say. Mr. Prime Minister, During the last years, with your leadership, and with concrete decisions and actions, India had registered a huge economic and social development, reducing poverty. And it showed the end to reducing poverty. What is this? The most important task to all politicians. And that reinforces your work, reinforces the image and the power of India in all over the world. Finally, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Chairman, Mr. Prime Minister, dear friends and colleagues, two final words. One, about this pandemic of COVID-19. It shows to all of us how small we are. It shows that we are inside the same boat. It shows that we need a common work to win this battle against this cancer, against this pandemic. And it shows also that the multilateralism is also in health the solution to win this war. And again, India is one example to the world, because with your courage, you take very hard measures, but also because you don't look just for you. Before the vaccine and after the vaccine, you give concrete help to so many nations of our world. Thank you so much for that. I hope that as soon as possible, it will be possible to come back to a normal life. And we should learn how important it is to work together and follow your example, because it is essential to have a better world. Finally, after everything I present to you, my friends, I think that India should achieve the place you should have in all international levels. In IPU, where we will work together, side by side, every day, in all important issues. You have my word. In UN, United Nations, where Portugal supports the reform process and the inclusion of India as a permanent member of the Security Council. And in international level, as a more and more important player in all fields, which opinion is respected and leadership and actions are essential. Now, Mr. Speaker, I just need to say, very soon I will go home, but I don't know if I wish, because I feel at home. I feel an Indian person. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much for your kind words, His Excellency. कार्यक्रम के अंत में अब मैं लोकसभा के महासचिव से धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के लिए अनुरोध करूंगी।
Honorable Speaker Lok Sabha Shri Om Birla ji, Honorable Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi ji, our guest of honor, President Inter-Parliamentary Union, His Excellency Mr. Duarte Pacheco, Honorable Deputy Chairman Rajya Sabha Shri Harivansh ji, Honorable members of the Council of Ministers, and leaders of political parties, honorable members of parliament, distinguished members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished invitees, Secretary General Rajya Sabha, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. It is indeed a privilege to propose a vote of thanks to Honorable Prime Minister of India and all distinguished dignitaries gathered here to felicitate His Excellency Mr. Duarte Pacheco, President Interparliamentary Union, at this special event organized in the historic Central Hall of Parliament at the behest of the Indian Parliamentary Group IPG, an autonomous body formed in the year 1949 by a motion adopted by the Constituent Assembly in this very hall to act as an important bridge between the Indian Parliament and the parliaments of the world. May I take this opportunity to express deep appreciation for our eminent guest, His Excellency Mr. Duarte Pacheco, for agreeing to accept the invitation of our Honorable Speaker on behalf of the Parliament of India and travel to India at a time when COVID-related health risks have prevented full resumption of international travel. It is indeed an honor that Excellency Pacheco chose India as one of the first countries to visit since his election to the presidency of the Interparliamentary Union in November 2020. It is in no small measure an eloquent testimony to the efflorescence of our parliamentary democracy as a global leader, and equally the commitment of Excellency Duarte Pacheco for deepening the engagement of IPU with the Parliament of India to help strengthen the forces of parliamentary democracies across the globe. I take this opportunity to thank Honorable Prime Minister for taking time out and be present at this occasion. His presence this morning at the Central Hall only highlights the nation's commitment and faith in the ideals of parliamentary democracy that IPU seeks to strengthen and spread to all corners of the world. We are indebted to Honorable Speaker for providing guidance in the planning of this event and the support and encouragement received from the Honorable Deputy Chairman, Rajya Sabha. With these words, I once again convey my sincere gratitude to all members of the Council of Ministers, Excellencies representing their missions in India, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of IPG, friends from the media, all dignitaries who have taken time out from their busy parliamentary schedule to attend the event and express solidarity with the 179 member strong Global Union of Parliaments. I have no doubt that under Excellency Pacheco's leadership, IPU will scale new heights, and the organic bonds that the world's largest democracy shares with the global body of parliaments will be strengthened even more. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. Distinguished invitees, now we have come to the end of this function. So I request you all to proceed towards Courtyard 9 for tea. Thank you and have a very good day.
सभा में मौजूद सभी माननीय विशिष्टगणों और माननीय संसद सदस्यों से अनुरोध है कि वो कोर्टयार्ड 9 की ओर प्रस्थान करें, जहां पर जलपान की व्यवस्था की गई।
और कार्यक्रम का समापन हो चुका है। अंतर संसदीय संघ के चेयरमैन पशेको, उनका आज यहाँ पर स्वागत किया गया था संसद के केंद्रीय कक्ष में, और प्रधानमंत्री से गुफ्तगू करते हुए और ये ग्रुप फोटोग्राफ्स के लिए लोकसभा अध्यक्ष, देश के प्रधानमंत्री